All right, welcome back to the podcast, the Daily Grind podcast. Here I have JBO the Realist. He's an entrepreneur and an artist. Say what's up.
What up, what up, what up? It's JBoTheRealist. Know what I'm saying? Coming at y'all. Uh, Artist slash entrepreneur, man. I don't like to box myself into just one thing because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm all about getting money and spreading good music. You know what I'm saying?
What inspired you to become involved in being an artist?
Oh man. As far as like being an artist, man, I grew up in New York, bro. So hip hop had a huge influence in
Hmm.
me, in my life. And shit, man, just even in what I wore, how I
Oh,
spoke, hip hop is just like the biggest thing out there, man. I'm Hispanic, so don't get me wrong. I listen to my cumbia, bachata, merengue. Shout out to
yeah.
all my Hispanics, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to El Salvador, the motherland, all that good shit. Of course, I listen to that music, man, but that hip hop, man, it just hit different. The lyrics, the artists, the heritage, man, it's just respect, man. And I have a lot of respect for the art of music, all music,
Yeah.
and just the creative process, man. It's just fun. Once I started making my own music, man, it was no stopping after that.
What are some of your influencers?
Oh man, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Well, I would say most recent influences would be somebody like Dirk. You know what I'm saying? I love Lil Dirk. I feel like he is actually pretty lyrical for the most part. For his own type of artist, he's a drill artist. But I feel like you can't even box him in now because I mean he got a song with J. Cole that's just going crazy. So he can definitely spit lyrics too, man. That's who I would say is like the new up and coming, him and Lil Uzi, you know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
let's be real. We all grew up. Well, I don't know about you. I'm 29, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little older. I grew up with Lil Wayne, bro, and Lil Wayne just had the craziest bars. Anytime I think rap and the GOAT, most people think Drake. I think Lil Wayne. Respect to Drake, you know what I'm saying? But before Drake, there was Wayne. You know what I'm saying? So Wayne was definitely a huge influence, man. Uh, Even like A Boogie and stuff, as far as like harmonizing and stuff, and XXX Tentacion, RIP. Just as far as like how versatile he was with the music, you know what I'm saying? Dude made a whole
Yeah.
Spanish song and doesn't even speak Spanish, so respect.
Lil Wayne, XXX. So yeah, I get what you're trying to.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. I'm pretty open as far as like who I listen to and what I listen to, and the only thing I personally don't listen to myself is country. Nothing against country, you know what I mean? Some of it's cool. Like I'm even catching myself jabbing to Morgan Wallen. He's a really good artist. I actually like his music, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of country sounds pop now, so it's kind of wild, man. But I'm a pretty open book when it comes to music, man, and I just love the art. I love listening to music, beats. I feel like producers don't get their respect for what they do because half the work is the beat themselves. You know what I'm saying? So
How you started on this journey in music, and how you evolved and
yeah, man.
where you.
As far as the music, man, I always had people around me that just was into music, did music production or rap themselves, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna name drop any people because some of these people I don't necessarily align myself with anymore. But back in high school, I used to hang out with a couple artists that are pretty big now. I will name drop this artist named Doman. Shout out to Doman, man, and Dinah. He's actually a Mexican rapper, dope as fuck. Came out of Southeast, man. Dude can rap. He's a lyricist. I want to say he's worked with OT, that Mexican OT before. I'm not really sure, but I've definitely seen them hang out together. La Raza stakes together. So shout out to all the Mexicans too, man. We got love for them. And you know how it is. You freestyle, you kick back, you in the studio learning. And then eventually it just got to a point um, during COVID where I wasn't working, and it
Yeah.
wasn't because I didn't have a job, but more like they gave me the option to stay home and get paid. So it got to the point where everybody around me that does music was doing nothing. And we all looked at each other literally and was like, yo, let's drop a tape. And that's exactly what we did. We all
Mhm.
came together, like it was like 2, 3 producers and maybe like 6 to 8 different artists, and we all worked on a collab tape. It's called the Quarantine Tapes. You can actually look it up on SoundCloud. That's my only work that's on SoundCloud. If you look it up under Who is John Doe, you can find it. Quarantine Tapes. That stuff is more experimental though. That was one of our first albums ever, so it sounds very raw. It's not really mixed and mastered, so that's why it's not out on all platforms. But just to see the progression from that album to my single album that I dropped by myself, night and day, bro. So yeah, man, I will say that's what got the ball rolling was the Quarantine Tapes, man. We had a studio accessible. We all had time off, so we all kind of locked in. And there's some great songs on there, man. Couple songs that I wish we could get mixed and mastered and drop everywhere because there's some bangers, man. Yeah, man. Once we dropped that and we posted it out in the public and we was getting good reviews, good responses, it was like, yo, man, we could do this rap shit, man. Like the people want it, you know what I'm saying? So, everywhere I put it out, I got good feedback, and everybody I let listen to had more than a couple songs that they liked. So, yeah, man, I'll say that's what gave me the confidence to start taking this shit serious since 2020, and you know what I mean. We 3 years in, one mixtape and one album out. You know what I mean. We're trying to knock another one out in the way. It's in the works. I won't put a date on it, but it's coming, man.
Yeah, that old song, man, that music video.
O's, man. You got to drop the link to O's on here, man, for you for the YouTuber people that like to put a face to the name, man. JBoTheRealist, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the people that helped me do that video, man. Bradley for sure, man. It's all love. You yourself as well, man. Everybody was key and essential to the making of that music video. And it was a success, man. I actually dropped that on my birthday. So it was my own birthday present to myself. And I was
Yeah.
proud to drop my first music video, man. And it's the first of many. I got a couple more in the works that I'm thinking about doing. And yeah, man, I'm gonna drop a couple more off my album, Trillezzt, that is on all platforms. Trillezzt is just my baby, man. That's my first album, man, and it's out on all streaming platforms. And I'm proud of what the album has done. I'm proud of the numbers that the YouTube video has done, especially as a new artist. So once I start dropping consistently, I already know, it's gonna do numbers.
How's your routine in the studio like? That help you, get in the zone when creating your music?
Oh man, getting locked into the studio can be tricky. You know, a lot of people think you can just get up and rap, and you can, right? Depending on the song, depending on the beat, and just depending on the vibe, or what kind of song you're trying to make. Sometimes you got to get into that mode. You know what I mean? Personally, I like to smoke. You know what I mean? Kind of sit back on my thoughts, listen to the beat.
Yeah.
I will say there's a couple songs that I do freestyle. I have no issue with freestyling. I can definitely do that. But I prefer to jot my shit down, write it down, go bar for bar. As far as like in the studio, it's a mix. You know what I mean? The feeling that day, sometimes I spit a bar, stop, spit a bar, stop, spit a bar, stop, right? But sometimes I go all the way through, bro. I may go through a hook and a whole verse without stopping. You know what I mean? And get
Yeah.
it done first try. Or it's really up to how I'm feeling with the producer, how I'm feeling the beat. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when that beat is just hard, bro, all it takes is 3 minutes for me to sit there and okay, cool, I got it. I know what I'm about to say. Fun fact, actually, that song O's that I
Yeah.
dropped on my album and that I dropped a video for that you actually helped make. That song was actually made in 15 minutes. No funny shit, no exaggeration.
It's just like once you have a hook, everything there just falls from there. Like it's just easy to do. You know what I mean?
Bro, when I tell you my homie created the hook, when he made that hook, I knew exactly what to say. And when the producer was making the beat, I was like, I want to hop on that song.
You were just flowing and shit.
Bro, when I'm telling you, all three of us, all the three artists that contributed to that song was just like in sync. You know what I mean? It was crazy because literally 45 minutes before then, we were working on a song for a whole hour. We all lock in for 15 minutes and create O's. And we ended up dropping O's instead of the other song. The other song still might come out, but O's is honestly one of my favorite songs. Even on Apple, it has a little star on it, so I know it's people's favorite. It's crazy. You know, sometimes it's just a matter of being in sync with your producer or just your fellow artists. And sometimes it's just the feeling of that beat, man. Once you hear that beat go, I know you're an artist, man. It just hits different. That music stuff is tricky, man. Some days, hey, I go in there, and
Yeah.
some days I spit a verse and I won't even finish the song. You know what I mean? It just depends on the vibe, man. At the end of the day, we're still human beings, so I might not be in the mood to,
Yeah.
rap that day. I may not be in the mood to spit what I got on my chest that day. So it depends, man. But for the most part, we artists, so we know what our jobs are. And I'm all about the art of music and testing my lyricism and just making shit that people gonna bump their heads to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you have any memorable like experience with any collaborators, any artists or producers? I know you said with the other guy, but do you have any like specific like remember that had a good experience with?
Yeah, man. But shout out to Los X, you know what I'm
Lo-
saying? Los
Yeah.
X, that's my dog. Sai, who's part of Moonroof, which is a collective. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? That's why on the song it says Moonroof. But as far as like big artists, man, I'll be honest, man. I've actually been in the works with a couple big artists, Maxo Cream. I've actually been on one of his music videos before, kind of locked into one of his producers, you know what I'm saying? So Maxo, something that could happen in the future, you know what I'm saying? Sauce Walker too. I got ties with Sauce Walker and his manager, Miss Megan. One of my boys is really cool with Miss Megan. So it ain't nothing but calling that man and asking what the numbers are. Connections are there. We've been inside 713 Music, the studio. You know what I'm saying? We've been inside of Sugar Hill Studios. You know what I mean? We've rubbed elbows with producers that produce for Justin Bieber, Travis Scott, Megan Thee Stallion, uh, DJ Khaled. You know what I'm saying? Big people. But you know what I'm saying? With a lot of that stuff, it's a lot of bridges you got to get past. You know what I mean? And you know how the music industry is. A lot of it's political, so they got to work on their own projects before they start working on other people's projects. So yeah, man, I got big things planned for sure, bro. Yeah, 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 most definitely. Especially because I want to drop Spanish music. Hey man, don't be surprised if me and that Mexican OT hop on to like a corrido or a cumbia type song, you know what I mean? I heard about him literally the past 2 years. So and he really blowing up now. You know what I'm saying? But 2 years ago, people was already telling me about dude, and about a year ago, that's when I really started hearing a lot of like the cumbia type songs and all these different type of raps. It was just different, man. And I was just like, man, like I like this. I could do something like that for sure. So that's somebody for sure I could see myself collabing with in the future, man. And I know y'all got links, so you know what I mean. One of these days, me, you, and him need to chop it up and pick each other's brains, man. Create something for the people, man. That would be dope, man.
For the raza, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. For the raza, for sure. Para los hispanos, para la gente mexicana, para la gente salvadoreña. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to do it for the people, man. Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Hispanic artists are trying to elevate. They're trying to become a force. You know what I'm saying? It's not that we don't want to listen to other artists, but we want to make sure we shine a light on those because there's very little that are doing their thing right now. So it's respect to the ones that do, man, because it's hard out here, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But we want to praise the ones that make it out. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, man. Definitely somebody I see myself working with, Sauce Walker Maxo. And shoot, man, we not just shooting for people in Houston, man. Don't get me wrong. I got people that got bigger connections with other people. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm pretty cool with this person that works for Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? And you know how it goes. You just wait for the opportunity. So you know, uh, sooner or later, I'm gonna be out there doing shows just like you, man.
Yeah.
Just a lot of life stuff happening, man. A lot of family stuff. So you know what I mean. I'm a very
Hey, bro.
close knit family person. So I want to make sure I take care of the house first before I start, touring and doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we could be on stage together, bro. You never know.
Hey man, I'm down for that, man. And I'm bringing the energy, and I know you are too, man. So, it ain't nothing after that. That's for sure, man.
Any lessons you wish you knew before like being a hip hop artist?
Yeah, man. Learning the actual ways of production and how things are done. It's not as simple as just recording and that's it. There's a lot of intricacies and things that go on. Even just mixing and mastering, you know what I mean? Getting that perfect sound, ad libs. There's a lot of little things that go into making music. It's not as simple as just recording, man. So, a lot of that I had to learn as I go. Definitely a master of learning. I definitely try to learn as much as possible. People better watch out, man. They better not let me learn how to produce, because once I learn how to produce, man, I'm gonna be a force, man. That's for sure.
How did you come up with your artist name, bro?
JBoTheRealist, man. But it's really just the names to my initial. My first name starts with a J, and my last name starts with a B-O. So that's the Jaybo. You know what I mean? The realist, man, people just told me I was real. People
Yeah,
always told me I was a real one. You know what I mean? A lot of people that knew about me in the city, man, they just know when they see me, yo, that's JBoTheRealist, man. That's Jaybo. You know what I mean? So funny story, back when I was in high school, actually, my high school coach was the one that actually gave me the name Jaybo. At the time, for football, I played football back in high school at Memorial. Shout out to the Mavs. You know what I'm saying? Mav Pride. But I was working out, and, usually they call us by our last names, whatever. But one day I'm working out, and he goes, "Attaboy, Jaybo, keep pushing." And I looked at him like, "What'd you call me?" And he was like, "I called you Jaybo, man. I'm giving you a nickname." You know what I mean? And I was like, "Okay, I like that." Look up J underscore Bo the Realist on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on Instagram. Instagram is pretty fun to use. I'm also on Snapchat, JBoTheRealist 3 altogether. You know what I'm saying? Those are the most important. Unfortunately, I do not have a TikTok, man. I don't know. I just feel like I'm a little too old for TikTok. But guess what? My music is on TikTok. So if anybody wants to make TikTok to my music, do a little dances, whatever, you most definitely can. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll get on TikTok, man, join the wave. You know what I mean? It's just I don't really got time to sit there and make a bunch of videos like that. But eventually I will get free. And really I'm more focused on dropping music videos, dropping new content, making sure new music comes out. I will definitely drop at least 2 singles before the end of the year, because I want to make sure that I feed the people. In 2024, man, we coming for people, man. We got albums coming out and we got tours coming, man. That's for sure. Definitely want to try to see if I can perform South by Southwest this upcoming year. My birthday is actually March 18th during spring break. So it would definitely be an honor to be out there, show the crowd what I can do, and gain a lot of new fans from Austin, man.
stocks. How you do stocks, and what do you recommend people on starting?
As far as stocks, man, now to be on the business side, we talked about all the artist shit, man. Now it's time to get the business, right? So
Mm-hmm.
with stocks, man, it's very tricky, man. If we're being real, this is how you know regular corporate America gets rich, but us Hispanics, you know what I'm saying? Us non-white people, man, they don't teach us about that. Nothing against white people, man. It's just their parents and their ancestors understand stocks. They understand how bonds work, ETFs, what's it called? All these stocks that are put together,
Yeah,
verbiages, all this stuff, right? So, and this is stuff they don't teach you in school. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little unfortunate because if they teach you about Roth RIA accounts, if they teach you about doing what's it called, like calling puts and buying contracts and cryptocurrencies, although some of this is new, a lot of this is definitely information that you can get from the internet, and everybody has their own strategies, right? I'm not on here to preach a specific strategy, although I will say, if y'all want to know my strategy, I like to accumulate. You know what I mean? Slowly but surely. I always uh, live by slow and steady wins the race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just like to invest in things that have always grown. Um, here's a freebie, and it's not really saying much, but Apple, bro. We all have Apple iPhones, bro. The new iPhone just dropped, bro. Everybody and their mom's buying that phone, man. 10, 15 years ago, instead of buying an iPhone, if you just kept buying Apple stock, $20 every week, you'd be a millionaire, bro. Or you'd at least have half a million. That's for sure.
Stock market, how's it been going?
Man, I will admit, this past year and a half, 2 years, it's been a little toxic. You kind of got to get it how you live. But that's why I talked about Apple, because Apple's something that consistently grows year after year after year after year. That's a stock that iPhones aren't going anywhere, bro. Technology is the future. You need to invest in things that won't go away. Recently, I want to say maybe about a year ago, 2 years ago, AMC and GameStop was going crazy, right? And the higher ups, the rich people that were betting on GameStop and AMC to fail, right? They
Yeah.
basically put their money and bet that the companies would fail, and us regular peoples were just pumping, 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 and buying GameStop, and people made millions off of that stuff, bro. Regular people, bro, and millionaires were losing millions, bro. And it was just a crazy situation. It even got to the point where it got to the Supreme Court. Now, me personally, I didn't get into any of that stuff, so I don't want to get in trouble with the government or anything. They made a whole movie about that situation, right?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people that don't understand stocks and cryptocurrencies. And what I'm gonna tell you is, you don't even need me to teach you, man. YouTube can be your teacher. Your phone in your hand could be your teacher. There's a lot of ways you can research a lot of this stuff, and even friendly stock investment apps like Robinhood, that basically give you the sauce and give you pointers on even what to buy, when to sell, all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
But me personally, it's a no-brainer. You need to think about stocks like it's a grocery store, right?
Yeah.
Apple, Tesla, these are things that are growing always, constantly. Put it to you like this: if 5 years ago you bought one Tesla stock, you probably could have bought you an entire Tesla car if you just held that same stock since then.
Yeah, I need to learn how to do that shit because I mean, a lot of people been doing it, but it's just I don't know how to do it. And shit.
That's no problem. That's something me and you can do and chop it up outside of the podcast, man. Because that's one thing for sure. I'm not a gatekeeper. If I can teach my friends, family, and others how to make money, we can all make this money together, man. I definitely want to spread the knowledge and show people how exactly I got my money, because I'm doing pretty well for myself, and even just buying stocks through your own companies that you work at, man. Uh, I don't know if you know, but if you work at Tesla, they actually give you Tesla stocks. You know what I mean? Verizon,
Yeah.
AT&T, T-Mobile, your company will give you stocks. And
Yeah.
you are now an owner of that same company. You are now a shareholder. And half of those companies actually give you discounts to buy more shares. Um, so you know what I mean? For
Hmm.
me, if you're asking me what to invest in, I would say technology, electricity, things that will forever be here, man. That stuff you can't lose money on. Microsoft, Tesla, Apple, all that stuff. Now, as far as the crypto, man, it's a little volatile. And lately it's been a little down, but it goes up, it goes down, man. And if you're that type of person that can day trade, so basically day trading is like literally just buying and selling throughout the day. You know what I mean? Buying low, selling high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Making that profit and getting out of there. Now, day trading is a little risky. You know what I mean? Because that would mean you have to actually sit there and stay on your computer, laptop, phone, whatever. But like I said, everybody has different strategies, right? So I'm more of a buy and hold type of guy. You know what I mean? I buy stocks that I know are gonna grow in the long run, and just hold and just accumulate more and more, and let my money work for me. Because for a lot of people, man, they buy a lot of stuff that they don't necessarily need, or
Mm-hmm.
they eat food. And if you think about it, you're just eating your money away, man. So why not buy a stock? Why not buy something that's going to make you more money? You know what I mean? A lot of people have bank accounts, but they don't have interest rates, bro. Your money sits there and you don't get any money for letting your money sit there, right? But
Mm-hmm.
guess what? I have a Fidelity account with a crap load of stocks of a company, and guess what? It's damn near over $100,000 now, man.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
What the
So
heck?
that and that's not for people, for me to flex on people or nothing like that. It's just more of a, hey, I'm a regular person. Yeah, I graduated college, but I graduated college with an associate's degree, man. I'm a smart dude, but you know what I mean? I'm not the brightest bulb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I can do it, I know anybody can do it. So yeah, man, I definitely recommend anybody that's looking into doing stocks or anything, hit up my Instagram, J_BoTheRealist. Feel free to ask it any questions. And if you're really trying to get into it and you really want to get a little hands-on, we can meet in person and work something out, man. A lot of people actually pay for mentors to basically give them plays and show them how to trade and all that good stuff. I haven't been comfortable doing that just yet, but it's something that I'm open to, because at the end of the day, for me to show somebody how to do all this stuff, people get paid for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's financial advisors. So, that's part of the reason I didn't just go out there giving free game. And then, of course, another reason is, if you invest in something and you lose money, I don't want you to feel like it was because of me or blame me. You know what I mean? I don't want to be the reason people lose stuff that they can't risk, because at the end of the day, each and every person has a different amount of money that they can risk. And what I can risk compared to what you can risk could be a big difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's all profit. I've definitely lost thousands. I've definitely made thousands. But at the end of the day, it's a risk.
Yeah.
People gamble all the time. They play the lottery. They go to Vegas. You know what I mean? Why not gamble on stuff that could make you money? And then the biggest takeaway I'm going to tell you is, you don't lose your money till you sell.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that.
Is there any last messages you'd like to leave our listeners with?
Yeah, man. I know this is the daily grind, man. So, hey, for all of y'all that are out here on the daily grinding, man, shout out to you. Never stop grinding. Continue to get better every single day, man. My name is JBoTheRealist, man. Take a look at my music on Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Check out the music video O's. Just search up JBoTheRealist O's. You will see it on the pop-up. Shout out to my boy Jaytee, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. We will definitely collaborate in the future with a lot of business stuff and a lot of music, man. And yeah, man, that's about it. Blessings to everybody. Thank you for having me. I hope this isn't my last time doing this podcast. Pretty interesting. And shoot, who knows? Maybe one day I can help host. You know what I mean? I'd definitely be interested in that, because I got a lot of questions for other artists and other people in this world, because you never know what you can learn from somebody, man. So, and just stay on your grind, man. That's all I can say.
Well, all right, man. Well, great information, and I'll leave the link for all your music and your Instagram.
Yeah, man. Y'all play the album, stream that shit. Let me know. Let me know what songs y'all like. Shout out to everybody. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you, Jaytee, man. Y'all have a good night, man.
Man, if y'all want a part 2, y'all go ahead and like this shit. You know what I mean?
Like, comment, share, subscribe, man.
Take care, bro.
Yes, sir. You too, man. You have a good one.
No, throwing racks at the bank. No in between. No. Stay outside with a dank. Expensive plans. Oh no. Road is hot. Oh no. We fled the scene. No.